I wanted to have a chat with you today about that feeling that you may have had in your life sometime, or you may know somebody who has the feeling of needing to save the world, of needing to help and heal everyone, and that the planet needs saving, that the people in the planet need saving, and that you are the one who needs to do it yourself. You're the one who needs to be the savior. It's actually a really common feeling that a lot of people have, and it's something that I've also had in my past too. If I was to meet somebody who has this belief and held this feeling strongly within them, what I would actually notice is a couple of things. If they came and did an ancestral healing with me and I asked them to use the representatives of the horses to set up them, their mother and their father, what I would expect to find is they would put the father on one side, the mother on the other side, and they'd actually put themselves right in the middle. When you're little and you can see your parents aren't coping, if your parents fight a lot, if you believe they're not coping for any reason whatsoever, that the pressures of the world are too big for them, when we're younger, we can actually give ourselves over and we say, don't worry, I will take that role. If we can see our parents not nurturing each other, if they're not taking care of each other, then we as the child at a very, very young age, we can step in and we can take that role, the nurturing role and the parenting role. The other thing, if I met somebody who had this, if I asked them to close their eyes and visualize themselves with their parents standing before them, I would say, when you see your parents, and this is something you can do now and try it out, when you see your parents and you visualize them in front of you, are they bigger than you or are they smaller than you? And I would expect somebody who had this feeling that they needed to save people and save the world, I would expect that their parents would actually be a little bit smaller than them and they would be the big one. And there's really good reasons for this. As I said before, if there's nobody nurturing, you step in and take over the nurturer role, which is the parent role. So you're stepping yourself into the parent position because you felt like when you were younger, if your parents aren't meeting your needs, if your parents aren't meeting their own needs, then as children, out of blind love, we hand ourselves over and we say, don't worry, I will do it for you. And then we grow up and we don't heal that child within us, that child who took all of that on. We keep that and we take it on for our parents, and then because it becomes a need within us that was never met, we then go out in the world and we try and do that for everybody else, and we make it our mission in life is to go out and save people and help people, and I'll be the nurturer and I'll be the one, I will get everything done. If you want something done, you leave it up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. I don't need support, I don't need help, I've got this. It is my role. That's giving me such beautiful information as to where the work needs to begin. Now, it might sound like something really massive to have to work with someone through, but in one session with me, you can work through and you can heal the enormous parts of that. There's a lot of giving and receiving that needs to happen. There's healing of the inner child that needs to happen. There's ancestral trauma we need to heal as well. There's some things going on in there, but it can actually be done in one session. And at the most, it would take 3 sessions to do the integration of what's going on there. So you see the difference between the work I do and the work that you might do going to see a counsellor or psychologist in talk therapy. You might talk about this for years and not realise where this complex is coming from, where you have this need to save the world. When you work with me, I will not only help you find the root cause of the issue that you're coming in for, I will then help you heal that in your body, in your family system, and through your subconscious and conscious minds. And then we'll have other things that we do as well. And you'll also heal it in the parts of yourself in the psyche that are separate from you. There's many layers to healing that you need to work with, but it doesn't have to take an enormous amount of sessions to do it. You can actually do it in just a few sessions. And then what that might do is that might uncover the next level of healing that needs to happen. But for any one issue, it shouldn't take an enormous amount of sessions to get through. And if that sounds good to you, then shoot me a DM, or you can book with me via the website, because I'd be really, really happy to support you.